This put-out device is probably the only putting training aid you need at home to practice your putting, and let me show you why. So welcome back to the channel, everybody, and if you're enjoying the content, do subscribe, really helps us out. But today we're talking about putting and how I practice my putting, and I'm going to give you a little drill later on. First, I wanted to go over a little backstory and stuff like that because putting is my strongest suit, and it's my strongest suit for a reason. I grew up in a household with a putting green in the back garden, and here is a picture of me with my first ever golf club that my granddad made for me, and you can see the grip, how long it is, so how small I am. But I'm standing on what would be turned into the putting green there. So there was a 9-hole putting green in the back garden, and we played on it all day, every day. At night time, what would happen is we'd come in, eventually it was floodlit, but we'd come in and we'd put on the carpet. My granddad would have a little metal cup, and there was a ting of it every time he got it in. I just remember that growing up so much, and that's what we practiced with. Now, there was a 9-hole putting green out the back garden, but they weren't regular. He didn't put in regular golf size holes. He shrunk the holes, so they were like little, maybe a half a ball bigger than a golf ball. So really focused you. Recreating that now that I don't live there anymore and he's gone was very difficult. I came across this put-out device. Now, honestly, let's be realistic. Most of us aren't going to be tour pros. We're never going to get on tour, and we're never going to have putting coaches and time to spend like that. But I've come up with a way to recreate what I used to do as a kid, practicing my putting with this put-out device. I think this is the best. I think it's the only putting training aid you need. When I'm putting well, I only focus on 2 things. And if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know I hold a fair amount of puts. It's not, it saves me. And I do firmly believe that putting is probably the best place to pick up shots. What I mean by is you can be a world-class putter without having a world-class game at all, but it can help you save rounds, but also help you go low. If you're not driving the ball great one day, you can't reach the green in 2, you put it on in 3, and you're holding puts for par. So it's saving your scores. But then on those days where it's going well and you're putting the ball on the green, and you have a chance for birdies all the time. And if you're like me and you're kind of good from that range from 10 to 30 feet, you do have chances. The proximity helps, obviously, but you don't have to be in there to be threatening for birdie. And that's what I love about putting. A lot of emphasis these days is put on driving and stuff like that. So yes, it is important. The game is getting longer, but putting is where the scores happen. It really is. It can save rounds, it can help you get up and down, it can help save pars, score birdies, eagles, you name it. Putting is so essential because you see so many people who can strike the ball really well but just can't put the ball now. You know their potential. Probably controversial, I don't know, but if I think of my putting stroke, forget about it. Forget about it. And that's the beauty of this, you don't think about your putting stroke. And it folds away beautifully, look at that. Very easy, you can put it on a bookshelf, boom, done. The device itself as well, it's really cool. Imagine that's the hole, and then there, if you hit it with the perfect pace, perfect line, it'll actually stay there. I love that about it. And as well, if you miss it and it comes back down, that's how much it's meant to go past the hole. And I'm going to show you a little game that I play, because when I'm practicing, I like games. I like to play games, but I like to keep it simple when I'm putting. Putting, I think, is just as simple as, it doesn't matter, if you have a straight line or an arc. I was put on the ping, putting stroke, and it was said I had a severe arc. I don't know what that means. I don't really care either. All I know is all I'm trying to do is 2 things. I'm focusing on my target, and I'm trying to hit the ball out of center. That's all, the center of the club. And that's all I'm trying to do. They're the only 2 things I ever work on. And this device is amazing for that, because look how tiny the hole is. The hole is tiny. That's how much you have to focus to try and get that in there. If you're thinking about your stroke, if you're thinking about your backswing, your follow through, it's not going in the hole. I have a little space in the hallway there that I use a little mat. It's not a putting mat. It's just a regular mat, a runner in a house. I think it's about 10 feet long, 9, 10 feet long. And I'm going to bring you out there and show you a game I play, because when I get out of whack on the golf course, if my putts are way off, if I'm just not hitting the ball right, if they're coming out of the heel or the toe a lot, this is exactly what I do. I come back here and I do this drill. After a few minutes, I'm snapped in to target-based stuff again, and it just makes it really, really simple. But now you don't have to have the putting device either. If you have a little cup like this is perfect. Stick it on the mat. It goes in. Now, obviously, this gives more feedback in the game that I'm about to show you. This really excels at. It really, really does help. But you don't have to, if you don't want to buy one of these and you just have a cup in your house, you can actually start today. It's very, very simple. And this will focus you so much to focus on target. And you'll notice yourself when you do it. You'll be more precise with your putts, start lines and everything. I don't take too much into the speed of my carpet or anything like that. I'm not that technical. I'm literally training my mind to focus on target while I'm putting. And now, let me show you the drill and let's get into it. It's really simple. This is just a normal runner in a hallway. Very simple stuff. I've got the put out device just up there. Okay. It's about 10 feet, 9, 10 feet. I've got 20 balls laid out here. And simply all I do. So take a ball, you hit it. If it hits, if it misses like that, it stays back there, right? And if I keep missing out with my hand. But if it hits the hole, okay, so if it hits the hole and comes back, oh, look at that, I got it in. But then if I get that in, it goes over here. If it rolls up the hole and comes back, if it rolls up and comes back, I stick it here. So then out of 20, I know exactly how many I missed the hole with, how many hit the hole, hit the hole but just didn't have the right pace, and how many I put in. I'm trying to eliminate the ones going past the hole. I want them to hit the hole all the time, at least, so I can give myself a shot. So I want the majority here. I'm always trying to get here, but I don't want these over here. And out of the 20 balls, I do the first 20, and then what I do is I do that 5 times, so it's 100 puts, and that is it. And it's really that simple. That's all I do to align myself. Take those 20 balls, hit balls over there with the putter, and I'm trying to eliminate the ones that are completely missing. I'm okay with these ones, but I'm trying to get these ones. As you saw, I just threw it in there, but that's as simple as the drill gets. That is really that simple. There you have it, guys. That's my secret putting drill. Not a secret anymore, but it's really simple. It's very effective, and this makes it very, very easy to do. The fact that it has the little hole really helps focus the mind. Really helps me get back on track. That works for me. Whether or not it will work for you is another thing, but it's definitely worth a try. If you don't want to buy this, you can just use a little cup, but use the 20 ball method, because it gives you something to beat yourself at every time. You know, the less balls you get further away past the target that have completely missed it, the better your putting, your accuracy will be. And that's what I've really noticed with that. And it's the only way I can recreate what it was like having a putting green out my back garden in my house. The put-out device has really helped in that regards. But let me know in the comments if it helps you guys, because I think it will. And coming into the season, it's a very simple way of practicing at home. So thanks very much as always for watching. Do subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.